reset with me today. I have resetting to do. We have a book club design. We pretty much have only read half the book so far this year. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We are doing our end of month reset. 10 months strong. We've been doing this every single month this year so far. So if you haven't watched any of the others, I definitely recommend going and checking them out. I have an entire playlist on my channel here. And Cooper also, say hi. Thank you. Anyways, we're going to be doing what we usually do in these resets where I'm just resetting. It's the end of the month. I don't know what it is about my routine, but it sort of gets to the end of the month where I then need to refresh everything and reorganize for a new month ahead. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. And also the end of year resets are getting closer to the start of a new year. So there's still a lot of like decluttering and organizing I want to do. It's also a start of a new season. So I am going to probably update my wardrobe and clear out some things that I don't need. There's basically just like a lot of stuff that I want to do in this video. So I hope you've got your drinks or your snacks ready to sit and reset with me today. But before we get into the resetting part of this video, I just want to take a minute to thank today's partner of this video, which is Wild. Wild are my favorite natural brand to use for any of my self-care products like deodorant, body wash, and lip balm. Wild is powered by plants. There's no aluminium salt, no parabens, and all of their formulas are vegan and Leaping Bunny certified. They've also saved over 612 tons of single-use plastic from landfills. So if you don't know Wild yet, then you're gonna want to get to know them. Especially now they have their new Christmas collection, guys. This is so cute. Look at this. They also have the Christmas scents. So we've got Santa's cookies, berry Christmas, and vanilla butterscotch. Their products are so easy to use. All you do is you take one of their reusable premium aluminium cases. We're taking the bottom off. We're taking one of the refillable deodorant scents, and then you just stick it on, pop the case back on, take off the lid, twist it, and you're ready to start using it straight away. I use Wild every day. Like I said, I've used them for a couple years now. I love how gentle the Wild products are. I also love that they have a refillable subscription option. And Wild have given me a code ROSEN for 25% off. You can also scan the QR code that's on screen right now or check the link out in the description. But hurry, because it's only valid for a limited time. The code ROSEN is a 25% off discount as a November special. So 25% off is valid for 1 month only, and then it will revert to 20% in December. And again, a massive thank you to Wild for continuing to partner with me. All right, now we're gonna get started with the reset. And there's a couple things I need to do first, but I think I need to clear out my wardrobe, especially since we have new merch, as you can see. If you don't follow me on socials, you might not be aware of this already, but I launched my new merch collection last week, and I'm so excited that the book club and autumn winter collection is now out. This is one of the designs. My wardrobe I need to clear out because where am I going to fit all my new merch? I need to get rid of some of the stuff in there. I also do have a little bit of some behind the scenes from the merch collection and like launching that, so I'll pop that in a bit and we can have a little chat. So let's start with that. So it is the 25th of September. I've just had this giant package arrive and I think you guys can take a guess at what's inside of it, just for context. It's huge. It is samples of my third merch collection with N embroidery. So we obviously did a spring summer one this year that you guys really enjoyed, I personally loved, but I thought it would be fun to do one for autumn winter, and we've actually had this planned and one of these designs planned since the very first collection. I did always know that I wanted to do an autumn winter one, but I wasn't sure if you guys would. So as soon as the spring summer one was ending and everyone was like, okay, but when's the next one coming? I was like, guys, you're not supposed to know. It's supposed to be a surprise. But you guys, you caught on, okay? I will be wearing this merch samples. So Cooper's chewing a yak below. That's kind of always really noisy. But I will be wearing these in my content. It'll be really interesting to see if people spot me wearing it, because for both collections I've worn my merch in my content before we've announced it without anyone realizing it. So future Emmy's going to put on the screen if anyone has clocked it. But I am going away to a cozy cabin this weekend with my friend Becca, and I thought it would be the perfect place, an opportunity to take photos to announce the merch collection, because it's going to be dropping in a month's time. Literally a month's time. I think it's like the 24th of October. So I'm going to open this and show you guys what's inside. Now we have 3 designs. Oh my gosh, well, I can already see. I'm so excited. We've got 3 designs this time. Oh, they look so good. Oh my goodness. My door just went. I had some book mail, but we have 3 designs in different colorways. So, well, the first design is one colorway. So the first one is a Read More Books sweatshirt. I wanted to do like an embroidered patch sweatshirt with a bookish phrase and saying. And these are also new samples. So inside we have that fleecy line, and these should have a bit more of a like a boxier oversized fit, because they have these like added design like details on the side. So the first one is a Read More Books sweatshirt, embroidered sweatshirt in the grey. So this is our first design for the official autumn winter collection. Kind of a little bit obsessed with that one. I just wanted something like really cute and bookish. The second design, we have a 24-hour readathon design, and it comes in 2 colors. So this is our 24-hour readathon design, and it's in like a burgundy and pink thread. This was like a idea I've had for so long because red and pink has always been part of my favorite color scheme. It's all the details in my office and my room are. But also I said to N Embroideries at the start of this year, like, we need burgundy and pink for the fall collection. So we did it for the 24-hour readathon, so I can wear these when I do my 24-hour readathons. But these also come in, both of these designs are just in sweatshirts, but it also comes in a grey and burgundy. If you can't tell, grey is like my favorite colour for bookish match. So we have that, that's so cool. But this is a very exciting thing. The readathon merch also comes in a tote bag. So these are wider than normal totes, so you can fit more books in them. They're thicker, so we have this like double handle for if you're carrying it or if you want it over your shoulder. And then it's huge inside, so it fits so much. I cannot wait to try this out and get photos and stuff with it. That's so exciting. It has a pop clasp on it, and inside there is a pocket at the top here, and we obviously have it in the canvas with red embroidery thread print, but we also have a red tote with pink embroidery thread. Very exciting. And then finally, this is the design that I've wanted to do for over a year, and it's book club merch. So we have a book club design, sort of like our sticker sheet design, but this is on a sweatshirt. So it says what we're reading established in 2024, because that's when my book club, my favorite book club, which is called What We're Reading, was created. And it's fantasy themed book club. So we have these dragons and fantasy themed designs, and this design comes in sweatshirts and t-shirts in 2 colors. So we have the black and the white. We have the gray, but with this like burgundy darker color on it to match the vibes of the collection. You can get these designs in a t-shirt in the same color, so these are the sweatshirts. So I'm very excited for this. So they are the designs. I'm gonna try things on, wear them, wash them, see how they go, and speak to N Embroideries, and we're gonna like tailor and perfect little bits and pieces. But this is my first time seeing the samples for the collections. That's very, very exciting. I can't wait to pull everything out and try it on now. This is the same sweatshirt as the other collections, like the classic 100% cotton sweatshirts that we've done for both of the collections, and this is in a size L. There is a size guide on N Embroideries websites. These are like a relaxed fit. My usual size is an M, but I size up to an XL typically for my sweatshirts, just because I like them to be super oversized. So you can see this is how it looks on. I'll put on an XL after this, and then I'll show you the newer sample that we're working with or looking at as well. So this is the same. So if you have an Absolutely Feral reader or any sweatshirts that you've gotten from any of my previous collections, this is it. This is it in an XL, a bit of a bigger oversized fit. This is how I like to wear my oversized bookish merch sweatshirts for cozying and lounging around, but I'll show you an XL in the other sample because it is a bit bigger. And then this is the newer sample, so you can see there's more room here with this new like design detailing. In the sample it also has like this V around the neck, but it's a lot bigger, a lot more like typical oversized fit rather than just like a relaxed fit. So I could probably even wear this sample in an L. I'd probably just size up one time, but this is very cozy, very comfy. I like it. Also, I always wear my mirrors here, so I'm trying everything on, but all of like sweatshirts ever, I always like the tucked look. So I always like fold them up and in, and they look like that. I do it with every sweatshirt ever that I get and wear, but this is comfy. And then here as well, you can really see the size of the tote bag. So it's like the same size as like a normal tote bag, but with all this extra room. Like a normal tote bag would kind of end where the design is. So now I have all this extra room in the front and the back, so you can really fit a lot more in it. This is really cute, yeah. So we're back to present day now. The merch collection went up last week. We did something a little bit different with it. We launched it through book club as it was like the official book club collection. So any members of my book club got access 24 hours before it went up for general sale, where anyone could then shop it as it would be public on the website. And also last collection we did was selling out too quickly, so we tried to figure out the best way of how we could pre-make as much stock as possible with also preventing waste, because what I love about an embroideries is so much of their stock is made to order. So you order a piece and then it is made, so then that way there's no excess of waste and people are just ordering and able to get what they want. And the pre-order listings are going to be open for a few weeks, so if you didn't shop over the weekend last week, if you don't follow me on other socials and you didn't know that I was launching new merch until this video, there is still time to shop. I believe we have until the 5th of December for international orders to place an order for it to arrive for Christmas time, and 12th of December for UK. So if you place a pre-order, buy anything else on their website, you should be able to get that before Christmas. The collection is limited, so it's not going to be around for very long. Just to give you a rough idea, we currently don't have an end date for the collection. We're kind of just going to keep it open for a couple weeks and see, because we want to make sure that everyone can get their pieces, but it is limited edition. So it's not going to be around permanently. You're not going to be able to shop these designs in a year's time, in 6 months time, or even maybe 3 months time, you know? So if you do have your eye on anything, I would definitely recommend ordering as soon as possible, just so you don't lose out, because we got so many messages from the last collection of people asking us to bring back designs, or if they missed out, they didn't get to shop, but that collection was around for like 3-4 months. We tried to give everyone enough time, but again, they are limited. When we stop selling them, they go, they don't come back. I love it. I'm so excited. I've been wearing my merch in all of my recent videos and vlogs coming up. I was wearing it as well in some TikTok and YouTube videos and Instagram videos, and only one person caught on. Only one person clocked it. We've done that every merch collection, by the way. I've worn the collection in content before I've announced it. And we're yet to have you guys catch us out on it, but I love it. I'm so proud of it. I love the colorway. I think it's so me. I love the burgundy and the pink color combo. You guys are also loving the patchwork sweatshirt that has like the new oversized design. So I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have ordered one of those, what you think about that versus like our normal sweatshirts. But yeah, that's enough yapping about the collection so far. If you have ordered anything from the collection, let me know in the comments below what you have ordered or what your favorite design is, because I'm always so curious seeing what everyone loves, because my favorite designs I think are usually not the most popular ones, which is so interesting to see. I can never gauge what design people are going to love most. But anyways, it's a Sunday now. I have resetting to do. It is the last week of the month. I need to sort my nails out, so I might do my nails. I want to clear out my wardrobe and take out some pieces and list some stuff on Vinted and update my Vinted. I have a mountain pile of books in the corner, guys, like a huge pile of books. There has to be at least like 50 books, probably more than that actually, sat in the corner there because I ran out of space on my bookshelf. Now these are books that I've taken some books off to make room for other books on the shelf, but these are not like I'm going to unhaul these, but I will probably have to unhaul some of them. Some of them are duplicate copies of books that I've read and didn't love, so I want to unhaul. Some books I have there to give to like friends and family, multiple editions of books, so if I already own the set in paperback but I've got a hardcover, or yeah, I'm trying to condense my bookshelves because I am moving. We are officially house hunting. It's the end of the year, so I don't really think most people logically are going to be wanting to sell their house and move before Christmas, because the timeline of it right now would be we're moving in around Christmas. So I think over the next 3 to 6 months, we're gonna be decluttering and gutting the flat, which I have to say, because I started doing this almost 10 months ago, we're so on top of it. Like we've cleared out our hallway cupboard twice. I've cleared out almost everything in this office, kind of just have underbed storage and like 1 or 2 extra bits, like things in the kitchen and all of that to do before we move. So that's exciting. That's another level of reset that I'll be doing, but it makes the whole moving house process easier because I pretty much keep only things that I love and I know where everything is and try to keep. I just don't want to hoard my things and my belongings. So anyways, I have been thinking about my books and my bookshelf, and I will be moving into a home where I can have double the bookshelf space that I have right now. So I don't want to just get rid of of books because they don't fit right now in this house. But I don't really care too much about my duplicate copies anymore. Like, I have special edition copies, but I don't care to have 7 editions of the same book, you know? So special editions I will have for books and book series that I love, that are my absolute favorites. Keep my proof copies. I can't put anything else on my shelf really anymore. Like, I probably could, but then it's just getting a bit chaotic, and I'm worried about double stacking my shelves. So we're getting close to the end of the resetting, where my goal for the year was to continuously reset each month so that I have less and less, not really things, but everything that I own is just more of me and what I love and what I want to have. So that by the time that we move, it's a lot easier with that process. I don't have to clear out as much, and we're kind of taking only what we want and need with us. So anyways, I have piles of books to go through. This is a really long-winded way of me just saying that I need to do my nails, I need to clear out my wardrobe and cupboards, I need to do my book journal, and I think, is that it for the resetting today? I think so. I've got my print out for some books already. I am prepared. So I'm gonna sit at this desk and stay in this room for the next couple of hours. I'm gonna put on an audiobook, and I'm just gonna get everything that I need to do done. I'm just gonna get it done. So I think I'm gonna start first by doing the wardrobe clear out, then we'll do nails, then we'll finish off with book journal. And I've completed a lot of series lately. I've read a lot of books that I can tick off of series I'm in the middle of and update some things. So doing quite well to keep on top of that. But that's enough yapping from me. I need to do some more resetting. Hour and a half later, almost 2 hours actually. My nails are done. I've done a new set. They look almost black, but they actually are like a really dark burgundy red. I just did one coat of black underneath the red, so in like other lights they look red, like a dark red. So this is perfect. That's the new nails done. It's the reset for that done. I need to do my book journal. I'm also going to go through my piles of books and just organize what I'm giving away to friends, what I need to kind of package up to put into storage until I have more bookshelves and room to put them, and what I'm going to unhaul. So there'll be next steps. I'll either do them later today or tomorrow, but that's what we're going to be doing next. Guys, look at this mess. Oh, this is everything that I need to go through. These are the books that, some of the books I've been reading this month. I've just kind of been keeping them in a pile, so when I do my wrap up at the end of the month, I have them there. That's not even all of them. And then I just have piles of books here, of books that don't fit off my shelf. That looks like it's tipping. It's going to tip over like any second. I have some special editions at the bottom that just don't fit on my special edition shelves, because those 2 shelves there are my special editions. And then I have some more at the top there, and I've just run out of room. So these are not books that I'm unhauling, but some of them are. So I need to go through and like put them in a pile so that I can upload them to my Vinted to borrow. But a lot of these I just need to put in a pile so that I can go and put them in boxes now to go into storage, because I can't have these 60 books. It's like the Leaning Tower of books over here. I'm gonna go through that, and then we're gonna do my book journal. I'm also just gonna put on the audiobook of my book club book. That's what I'm in the middle of reading right now, so I'm just gonna listen to some chapters of that while I do all of this. So I have 5 piles of books that I've organized, and I've got my Fairy Loot and special editions that I'm putting to the side that I want to like package up in bubble wrap and in like the old Fairy Loot bags, because I've kept a lot of them even though they've stopped like shipping books in them now. But I have a pile of books here. I thought I'll show you some of the ones I'm unhauling. If I unhaul any books, I'll probably put them on my Vinted, but you'll see exactly why I'm unhauling some of these, for example. So first one is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. The reason I'm unhauling this is because I already own this book and I have a proof copy of it. So I think I'm gonna unhaul my extra hardcover because I don't need to have 3 copies of this book, but I maybe want to wait for the paperback. I'm not sure, because I do have a proof copy. It's not the same size as the paperbacks though, so I might just leave it. But again, I don't need 3 copies of the same book, even though I love it. I read the proof version of the book. This has been unread and it was a pre-order. So I do a lot of my book ordering in advance. So I did a lot of pre-ordering back in like Boxing Day because Waterstones had a triple points thing, so it's kind of hard for me to cancel my pre-orders when I pre-ordered them so far in advance, and I'm like, I may as well just keep the points. If I end up with a duplicate, I can give away a copy or I can just unhaul it and then I still get the points. A Curse Carved in Bone. I recently read this and I didn't really enjoy it. It was a 2-star read, so I'm gonna unhaul that so someone else can maybe love it. I have 3 copies of Fearful by Lauren Roberts. I don't know how I ended up with multiple copies, but again, I don't need 3 copies. So I'm gonna unhaul 2 of them. People watching. I already have a copy and I have a proof copy. Again, another duplicate pre-order somehow. This one I've just had for so long on my shelf. I was told not to read this until House of the Dragon has finished, so I think I'm probably just gonna... I have the special edition of Shatter Me. It's just been sitting on my shelf, but I've decided I'm not going to collect the special editions, like the whole set, because I already own all the paperbacks. So I think I just need to unhaul it. I do love the series and I do love this edition, but I don't need multiple copies of books, especially when I'm tight on space. These Violent Delights I read and I did enjoy, but I think I'm going to continue the series in audiobook. I don't think I love the book enough to want to keep a physical copy because I try to keep books rated over like 3 stars on my bookshelf. Immortal Consequences by Ivy Marie. I own the Fairy Loot edition and I own the US edition that Bailey got for me. So again, I don't need 3 copies of the same book. I've seen mixed reviews and quite low ratings for this, so I definitely don't need 3 copies of a book if I don't think I will love it anyways. The Dagger and the Flame. I have this in hardcover and I have the Fairy Loot edition, so I don't need a 3rd copy. And then I have this Barnes & Noble edition of the 3rd Crescent City book. I actually picked this up for a friend while I was in America, but they already have this. They already pre-ordered it, so I brought it back with me because I didn't get my receipt, so I couldn't return it. And I thought someone on Vinted might enjoy this because it's obviously the US paperback copy, which is really quite pretty. There's some of the books that I'm going to be unhauling. They're either because I didn't enjoy the book or I already own more than 1 copy of it. So my task tomorrow will be taking photos of these and putting them on my Vinted. My Vinted is just Emmy Rosen, and the rest of these books now I'm going to go put in a box and package them up for when I eventually move, because I think almost every single one of these books I have read except for some of my Fairy Loot editions, but I'm not going to get around to reading them before the end of the year, so I'll save them for the new year because I have 1 or 2 are still on my shelf in my TBR that I need to read, so they'll be my Fairy Loot priority. Yeah. So I've updated the book journal. It's quite chunky, but breaking news guys, I didn't actually read 17 books in September. I read 18. I forgot to put Fearful on my story graph. I actually read 18 books. So I forgot to print out Wildcard, so I'll need to do that next month, but we updated the September TBR. Ta-da! I added a Q3 favorites because we went through our 3rd quarter, so I need to print those out next time. And then we did our October spread, my books I've read so far up until the end of the month, and then my printouts of everything. So we're up to date. And then of course I went back and updated, you know, all the other little trackers and things through the book. So let's just flick back to the start. So my monthly trackers, I've updated that, and as you can see I had to cross out 17 and do 18. So January was definitely our largest reading month to date because I had like 2 weeks off with Christmas break and work, so we got to read a lot more. And then throughout the rest of the year it's been pretty consistent, anywhere between 16 and 20 books, usually 17. Our book club spread we've updated. We only have 2 more months of book club for the year. That's crazy. And then book series I'm in the middle of, we ticked off quite a few of those. I might have to do some reading to see how many more of these specifically I can complete, because these are pretty much like book series that I started this year that I also want to complete, or book series that have 1 or 2 books in the series coming out this year. It's basically any book series that have more than 1 book coming out in this year that I can read, I try to pretty much add on to here. Take some of those off. We read 2 books on our 2025 TBR, so I updated those. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books. We pretty much have only read half the book so far this year. And then the physical TBR, I went through and I ticked off all the ones that we have read so far and then added more because obviously we've had some more additions. And that brings us to the end of the book journal. So another month of updating still to do, but we're in a pretty good place with it. And that also brings us to the end of this video. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, let me know in the comments below if you do a book journal or not. I'd love to know how you track your books, if you use tracking apps, if you use a book journal, if you use a spreadsheet, if you use all of the above. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.